What's going on, guys? TK Pryor with Master Wealth Builders LLC, and I truly have a lot to offer for those interested. Master Wealth Builders is a wealth strategist company that really, focuses on providing you with the opportunity to take control of your financial future. And the main thing that we teach is to use leverage insurance to create wealth. What does that exactly mean? For me, it just means to, number one, set yourself and your family with an IUL. There's three reasons why that's going to help you. Number one, access to liquidity and cash, because you can borrow against your policy. Number two, it gives you the growth and the constant coverage while you're growing, which just means that at some point something might happen to you, like a critical injury. You'll have a check instead of having a bill. Whenever something happens to you within 5 different categories, 21 different diseases, you have living benefits. You can get a check up to 80% of the face value of your policy. That makes sense. Whether you accept it or not, totally up to you. And then the third component is retirement. There's a retirement component built into an IUL. After 59 and a half, you have the ability to activate a payment. And that's the reason why I tell people max fund your policy. Get an IUL for every member of your family. Max fund it. The maximum amount that the IRS will allow you to contribute to that policy every year is what you need to do above and beyond the bill. Why? Because at 59 and a half or anytime thereafter, you can activate a pension. You can activate a payment, and that payment goes until 120. So the more you put into your policy up to the IRS limit, the more that payment will be. So there's 3 components to an IUL that basically takes care of your family. You have coverage, you have liquidity, and then you have a pension. So my idea to Black family empowerment is having an IUL for every member of the family, and then transferring those IULs into a trust. Because a family trust is going to give you an extra layer of protection. It's going to give you probate security. It's going to give you a hedge, and your family needs that kind of protection. It also gives you a chance to control your assets. You want the trust to own it. You just want the ability to be able to control and dictate the direction that you want your different assets to go. So protection and ownership, perfect. Ownership through a trust means you still control the asset. So these are simple tactics that I'm trying to get people to accept. And the final is adding an annuity into your process, because annuity strictly focuses on retirement. It's a separate check. Annuities also come with a well-being rider, which acts the same way that living benefits act. It covers you, it increases your payment, and if you get sick or when you get sick, you can trigger a well-being rider associated with an annuity. So whether you transfer into an annuity to fund it, or you put $10,000 plus a monthly payment to get into an annuity, that's another component that you need to add. And then, of course, make sure that your trust is the owner and the beneficiary of the annuity. Make sure your IULs are set up with the trust being the owner and the beneficiary. So now you have an IUL for every member of your family. You're max funding it. And then you have an annuity, because that's your retirement component. And it's self-directed retirement. It has nothing to do with on market, because this is off market. So you have hedge against market volatility. You can participate in the upside gains. And of course, you don't participate in the downside risks. So this is putting a risk transfer into your life so that if and when you have a company on your side to help you, so that the financial burden is not coming solely out of your pocket. And that's the purpose of insurance. So it's fiscally responsible for you to implement this in your long-term planning and make sure that you're making more important decisions that affect your future, but doing it while you're young. You know, I'm almost 50, and I tell people, 25 years ago, decisions made would have created a different future for me today. So I want you to not wait until you're 50. I want you to make some smart decisions, redirect some of your funds while you're young to apply it into the off-market category, the non-tax bucket, the tax-free bucket. Put some of your funds while you're young into the tax-free bucket because it makes financial sense, and it's going to create a better future for you and your family if you do this at a young age. The problem is that young people don't focus on their future. They're not thinking about these suggestions, and they go on and on and on about nonsense that really is for the moment, but in the long term, it creates problems for their future. So I want you to be a little bit different so that you can get some better results from the people around you. And, if you choose to take my advice, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. I'm a licensed agent. I'm a wealth strategist. I can help you. I'm an agent for life. My agency believes in total approach, total coverage. And that simply means that I'm going to do a financial checkup every year, guide you through the process, help you make some other improvements. I can provide you with the information. What you do with the information is totally up to you. So Master Wealth Builders is here for you. For those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, these are strong financial suggestions. They all have receipts. This information can be verified. Just like you can Google my license, my company, you can also Google the advice I just gave you in terms of how it affects your future, how 1% rich people are already using these tactics, how people in the elite class have always done these things. So there's no sense in a poor person saying that that's stupid, or I'm not interested, or he don't know what he's talking about, when there's receipts. You can prove the receipts. All you have to do is a little bit of homework, and everything I'm talking about can be proven. You need to learn how to own nothing but control everything. And that involves an EIN, not an SSN. That simply means that a family trust is going to help your future. It's going to protect your assets. And it's what we encourage over here at Master Wealth Builders.